"You're not going back to college," my mother said, sliding my tuition envelope across the table to my sister. "She needs it more." I froze. Then my father added something that changed everything for me. "My name is Danielle Carter, and I'm 33 years old. I worked part-time as a barista while studying nursing, chasing a stable life I never had growing up. The smell of burnt coffee beans and steamed milk stayed on my clothes every day, but I didn't mind. It meant I was moving forward. My family always struggled financially, but somehow there was always extra for my younger sister. She was the one they praised, the one they protected, the one who never had to earn anything. I paid my own tuition, bought my own books, and stayed quiet to keep the peace. I wasn't rich or glamorous, but I had discipline, and I had a plan. Nursing school was my way out, my only shot at building something real. Still, every time I got closer to graduating, something would come up for my sister. Bills, emergencies, excuses. I ignored the pattern longer than I should have because I believed that if I just worked harder, they'd finally treat me fairly. I was wrong. If you've ever had your dreams pushed aside for someone else, hit that subscribe button. I know what it feels like to be overlooked. Tell me your story in the comments. Let's stand up for ourselves together. Click hype if you've ever been underestimated. That dinner was supposed to be simple. I thought we were celebrating my final semester. I even brought dessert. My mom didn't touch it. She just looked at me and said, "We need to talk about the money." My stomach dropped. She explained they had reallocated the funds. I didn't understand at first. Then my sister smiled and said, "It's for my business." I blinked. "That's my tuition," I said. My voice felt small. She shrugged. "You'll survive. I need this to succeed." I looked at my dad. He didn't even hesitate. "You're strong. You'll figure it out." That's when it hit me. They didn't just decide this, they had already taken it. The shared account I trusted them with was empty. I felt my face burn. My sister stood up and hugged my mom. "Thank you for believing in me," she said loudly. I sat there, hands shaking. I wasn't even part of the conversation anymore. Later that night, I heard my mom on the phone telling relatives. Danielle dropped out. She couldn't handle the pressure. I didn't say a word, but something inside me shut down. The first time I felt it clearly was when they didn't invite me to her launch party. I found out from photos online. Everyone smiling, everyone clapping for her. Someone commented, "What about Danielle?" My sister replied, "She chose a different path." I stared at the screen, feeling invisible. The second time was worse. I went back home and asked for help. Just a small loan. My dad didn't even look at me. "You chose your path. Deal with it." That was it. No emotion, no regret. The third time was public. My sister posted a video talking about her self-made journey. She laughed and said, "Some people just aren't cut out for success." People applauded her. I was working double shifts that day. My feet hurt. My hands smelled like coffee and sanitizer. I almost quit. I almost gave up on school, but I didn't. I applied for emergency grants. I found night classes. I stopped calling home. Each step hurt, but I kept going. I wasn't part of that family anymore. I was on my own. What they didn't know was I had started paying attention. Every message, every transfer, every excuse. I kept records. Quietly, carefully. I didn't argue. I didn't confront them. I adapted. I also built connections at the hospital during my internship. People noticed my work. They trusted me. I wasn't as powerless as they thought. I knew the money didn't just disappear. I knew my sister's business was built on something shaky. I kept everything. Dates, numbers, screenshots. I didn't rush. I waited. I let them believe their version of the story. I let them think I had disappeared, but I was still there, watching, preparing. They thought I was done. I wasn't. That's when I reached out to Mr. Halverson, our old family lawyer. He remembered me. He always had. When I showed him the records, he went quiet. Then he said, "This isn't right." He confirmed what I already suspected. Unauthorized access. Misuse of funds. He explained my options. Legal ones. Real ones. Meanwhile, my family acted like they had already won. My sister expanded her business. My parents bragged about her success. I kept gathering proof. Every document made my case stronger. Then I heard they were planning a celebration event. A big one. That's when I knew it was time. I wasn't going to argue anymore. I was going to end it. They thought it was just another meeting at the lawyer's office. My parents walked in confident. My sister looked annoyed when she saw me. "Why are you here?" she asked. I sat down calmly. Mr. Halverson started speaking. He laid out the documents. Bank records, transfers, dates. My dad's face changed first, then my mom's. My sister tried to laugh. "This is ridiculous." He didn't stop. "These transactions show unauthorized use of funds," he said. I finally spoke. "You didn't support me. You took from me." My voice was steady. My sister shook her head. "That's not true." He slid another paper forward. Her signature was right there. Silence filled the room. My dad looked at me like he didn't recognize me. Mr. Halverson continued, explaining the legal consequences. Fraud, financial misuse. My mom started crying. My sister stopped talking. The power had shifted. I leaned forward. "I want repayment," I said. "All of it." No one argued. They couldn't. I didn't stay after that. I got what I needed legally and walked away. I finished my education. I built my life without them. I didn't call. I didn't look back. Their world started to fall apart without control. My sister's business couldn't hold itself up. My parents stopped pretending everything was fine. As for me, I moved forward. Stronger, clearer. They thought I'd stay quiet forever. They were wrong. If your family ever took something from you that you worked for, you know how that feels. Share your story in the comments. I want to hear it. Subscribe to join a community that understands this kind of betrayal. You're not alone. Click hype to help this story reach others who need it. Your story has power. If you felt a connection to mine, please subscribe and share your journey in the comments. Every hype you give this video helps empower someone else. Thank you for being here and for listening.